Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another Steven Universe review. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at Together Breakfast. So the episode starts off, Steven's at home, right? None of the gyms seem to be there, and he's kind of like waiting for them to come back. So he decides to make breakfast, right? He creates this waffles with syrup, popcorn, whipped cream, and a strawberry. I noticed, okay, he makes like 3 bags of microwave popcorn. You know how much popcorn that is? That's way too much for that Together Breakfast. I'm just being real with you guys. Right, so he makes it. Garnet shows back up, and it has this weird, like, scroll thing. And Steven's like, you want to eat our Together Breakfast together? Right, because he decides that, the breakfast can't just be eaten by one person. It needs to be shared. Again, the animation. Everybody's pointed out this scene, but yeah. Garnet's like, no. He shows Steven the scroll that she has, and he takes a picture of it, and she has to burn his phone for some reason. Now, we see her open the door. It's really cool because I noticed every gym opens their door differently, right? Well, their gym lights up, but like it opens. Like Garnet's like zooms in. Amethyst is like this weird, like organic, like mush, like opening. But this is really this door is our first hint of Ruby and Sapphire. Look at the lights. Why did it take us so long to figure that out? I mean, like, I know theories did pop up eventually, but still, this is 4 episodes in, and it's already super obvious. In hindsight, I cannot believe we missed this. Well, like I said, there were some theories. So Amethyst shows up, and she's a cop, and she starts messing with Steven, right? Squirting him with a water gun. And then Pearl walks out of Amethyst's room because she took a sword back, and she cleaned Amethyst's room. They head back to their respective rooms, and Steven follows. Now, I like how each room is like personalized to the gym. Like, I like how each of them have their own design. Like Pearl's is the whole waterfall. But I also realized it's their room, but they're more like storage lockers, if you know what I mean. Like, because they're not traditional rooms, because gyms aren't human, right? They don't need human requirements. So that's what they remind me of. So we get Pearl's room, and it looks really nice. And then Steven falls down her waterfall, tumbling down through it, and lands in Amethyst's room. I like how all the rooms are connected. And then we get Amethyst's room, and again, it's a storage locker. It's just got a bunch of junk. She takes pride in it being trashed everywhere. And then Steven mentions Together Breakfast, and Amethyst wants to eat it, so she goes and chases down Steven. We get some nice shots of the temple, and eventually they arrive at the temple core. I'm assuming it's the core, because it has this crystal heart. Now, this is something I really do want to know about, because my best guess is that this is what holds the metaphysical properties of the temple, but we've never been given really much of an explanation. So I really want to know more about this, because it's got these like roots that veins, more correctly, that go all throughout the temple. So Steven falls down the bottom of it, and as he's falling down, he passes through this like really nice place. I like this. It's a little hint for what's to come. That's really neat in my opinion. So he gets down to the bottom, and we find out Garnet's burning that weird thing, right? She burns his phone, and I've always wondered, what is this thing? Because it's like a piece of paper, but when it burns, it like smoke gains like organic like properties per se. I know that's not the best word. Like living properties, like life, and like it reaches out a hand. I've always wondered what this stuff is. So what happens is that it leaps out and goes into the Together Breakfast and turns it into a Together Breakfast monster. There's a really good line here where Garnet's like, "Oh no, it has all the powers of a breakfast." I don't really like much of the beginning of this episode. Some of the later half of the episode, actually, there are some pretty good lines and whatnot. So Steven destroys the Together Breakfast because it was meant to bring us together, not tear us apart. And then I like how they all get together and they make a better Together Breakfast. But then they can't eat it because it tried to kill them. And that's where the episode ends, with them ordering pizza. Again, I don't really like it. But those last few minutes do save a good chunk of it, just because the climax is pretty well done. But I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, peace.